What's up, everybody? Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. Ooh. I know you guys were expecting me to say this, but today is going to be a pretty exciting day, and I'll tell you why. If you guys know me, you know that I am a huge fan and forever an advocate of the Paperwave playing cards brand. Now, I love Paperwave. They've put out 3 decks so far. That is the initial V1 Paperwave, the V2, which was the Glyph edition, and most recently, the V3 Venomous Edition. This video is sponsored by Paperwave playing cards, so stick around to the end of the video to hear more about how you can win some Paperwave playing card decks. Alright, so there was my shameless plug. So before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the 3rd installment in the Paperwave playing cards catalog. Technically, it's the 4th. There was a gilded edition of the V1. The V1 and the V2 have both been reviewed on this channel, and I will link those down below. If you haven't seen those, the decks look really, really cool. This one, when I saw it, I actually reviewed the prototype of this deck in March, and when I saw the design, I honestly was like, I cannot wait to get the real version of it. And now that it's here, I have to say, just by looking at it already, this may be my favorite Paperwave deck to date. Let's get into it. First, we have to test the cellophane. Now, these cards were printed by the USPCC. Real quick, just look at how good that came off. You didn't get me. You didn't get me this time. So as I was saying, these were printed by the United States Playing Card Company, so sometimes the cellophane works, sometimes it doesn't. The tuck box is done in regular USPCC cardstock, so it is a bit glossy. On the front of the tuck box, you can see it is a preview of the back design of the cards. So minus the border, this is pretty much what you're gonna get on the cards. We're gonna talk more about the back design in a little bit. One side of the deck is just blank, black, and the other side has some ad copy about Paperwave. And the bottom has some more ad copy, distribution, printing, all that fun stuff. And you can see the Paperwave logo right there. Nothing on the top and nothing on the inside of the box. So let's take a look at the cards and talk more about this crazy back design. Okay, so your back design looks like this. This is a extremely exciting and busy back design, and I have to say, I fell in love with it right when I saw it, and I'm still in love with it now. You can see it features a bunch of different stuff. It says Venomous in one side, it says 03, it has a lot of color between orange and teal and pink, and then kind of these shiny chrome or like Venom symbiote shapes that kind of go through the middle and the sides. Again, this is such a busy back design, and I absolutely love it. It also says Paperwave and AKU, who was the designer of this deck. Venomous Edition, established in 2018, New York, and the zip code. So again, guys, I mean, you really can't ask for a more creative design. This is definitely a deck that I would say was geared for cardistry, and things that give that away are like the one-way back design. It's definitely not subtle. The colors look amazing. I'm really, really happy with the way that this design came out, because you never really know what you're gonna get. If your colors are gonna look the same after they print, or is it gonna look the same as what you had planned? You just never know. Really, really feeling that back design. Kind of gives me the vibe of like a dealer's grip deck or the Svengali 03. Okay, so your Ace of Spades is gonna look like this. Now, it might not look super exciting. It's just a regular size spade pip, and it has some Paperwave kind of hieroglyphic graffiti written around it. However, the nice thing is you get 4 custom aces with this deck. So your Ace of Diamonds looks like that. You're gonna get an Ace of Clubs that has some customization, and as well, my favorite, the Ace of Hearts with that snake kind of wrapped around it. I love these aces. It also gives you kind of a look at the faces. You'll notice that all of the pips and indices are black. So for this deck, the clubs, spades, hearts, and diamonds are all done in black, which I think actually looks really cool. You are going to get 2 identical jokers. Now, these should look a little bit familiar. If you follow Lorenzo Cobo from Paperwave on Instagram, this is a version of his Instagram picture avatar thing. But it is a smiley face with 3 diamonds as eyes. Really, really cool, and you get some ad copy information about the deck at the bottom. Nice and simple jokers, really like it, can't go wrong. Okay, now as far as ad cards and gaff cards, you are gonna get 2 ad cards with this deck, and you can use this one kind of as a joker, but it says Paperwave on it and then has some kind of graffiti over it. Now, I'm looking at the graffiti and I think it says Venomous, in Graffiti, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you guys know, or Lorenzo, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments. And the other ad card has some kind of like credits on it. So you can see it's a Paperwave deck. And then you can see it was designed by Akshay Vig, and then who did the typeface and lettering, and then some more ad copy down there at the bottom. This is really just essentially a credits ad card, and to be honest, I actually kind of like it. It's like super minimal. I'm not gonna leave it in the deck, but it's nice. Now, as I previously mentioned, this deck is done in all black pips and indices, so technically this is a fully custom face deck, so let's get into what the faces look like. Most of your numbered cards are going to be the same as you would find them on any ordinary bicycle deck, except for the fact that the hearts and diamonds have been swapped out from their normal bright red to a black color. So the hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs all match, they are the same color. Some of the numbered face cards, though, do have other types of customization on them. Like, for example, the 2 of hearts, you can see it says Venomous 2020. You'll also notice things like on the 4 of hearts, it has one of the Paperwave icons. 10 of clubs, this is a callback to the original Paperwave deck that had the same thing written on it, which says For the Modern Cardist on it with the edition name. I think that's cool that you see that on every deck. 5 of diamonds looks like that. So just some nice subtle customizing on some of the numbered cards, which I really think looks cool. As well, your court cards have been simplified down. They're all done in a completely monochromatic face. So all of the cards, all of the face cards are black ink and nothing else. But you can see that the design has also been stripped down and minimized to basically being a little bit more simple, a little bit more aesthetic, which I think looks great for this deck. As you can see, the court cards look really, really nice. Like the Queen of Diamonds, just so simple, not too much line work. It just looks really, really clean and very elegant, kind of like a Dan and Dave smoke and mirrors type. All right, well, that's everything that I can say about the way these cards look. I have to also say that they feel incredible. So these cards are printed at the United States Playing Card Company on crushed classic stock. So this is about as thin as you can possibly go. And they also have a linen finish. So these are gonna feel really good, very smooth. I think they feel really dry. I think that's the best way to explain it. The cards just feel very dry and very smooth. Similar to like a tally-ho deck, if you have any tally-hos. Or like a very thin version of like the Squeezers V1 by OPC. These feel a lot like that. Whew. I really like the way that the cards spring. They look really cool, but also they just spring effortlessly. They just kind of shoot off of your fingers. All right, so let's switch angles really quick and I'll show you guys a little bit more about what this deck handles like. Okay, so handling wise, this deck feels phenomenal. It is, like I said before, printed on crushed bicycle stock with a linen finish, so really thin deck, very, very smooth deck. It feels really, really good. Here's that new dribble sound. Yes, try to hear it if you can. Silent. Looks like the cards faro best from top to bottom. This was obviously a deck made for card flourishing, so you can see in even the most basic flourishes, those colors really pop out. Definitely something that I like is just the color palette. These very retro, kind of vibrant yet neutral colors. Really, really into that. Let's see what a giant fan looks like. Whoa, looks really, really cool in a giant fan, minus this guy here that's facing the wrong way. Look at that. Ooh. Just for fun, let's see a giant fan the other way. Ooh, I like that too, just as much. So yeah, there you go. Well guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode and my review of the Paperwave V3. This is the Venomous Edition. Honestly, this is my favorite Paperwave deck, and I have to say this is close to being probably my favorite deck, period, right now. Absolutely love this design. This is a deck of cards. I don't know about you guys, but I bought them when they first came out, and then like 25 minutes later was like, you know what, I should have got some more, so I ordered more. Then I got the cards, opened them, loved them, and now I'm gonna go buy more. So Lorenzo, if you're watching this, you can have my money, my friend. So, courtesy of our friends over at Paperwave Playing Cards, today's episode we are going to be giving away 2 of the Paperwave V2 Glyph Edition playing cards. If you guys haven't seen those, I have reviewed them on the channel. That's a really, really cool deck. Very unique concept. Looks great for card flourishes. Overall, just something that I would definitely recommend. All you have to do to win this giveaway is like this video. Make sure you are a subscriber with those notification bells rang. Make sure you're following myself and Paperwave Playing Cards on Instagram. I'll leave all that down below. And once you've done all of that, leave a comment letting me know that it's done. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be picking a winner for this one. It may be a couple weeks. I have some stuff that I'm working on and I don't know if I'll get around to it this week. But either way, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that way when the announcement does come, you will be the first to know. I want to say a huge shout out to Lorenzo Cobo over at Paperwave Playing Cards for sponsoring this episode. And if you guys haven't, I would strongly suggest heading over and picking up a deck of these for yourself. I definitely will be. All right, guys, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Maybe you'll win some cards. I have a lot of stuff coming up this week and all through September, so you guys are definitely going to want to make sure that you're following me on social media, that you're subscribed to me here. It's going to be really, really exciting. For now, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.